What's going on, you guys? I'm coming to you today with yet another squad build for X-Wing, but this is going to be my Galactic Supremacy build. So if you're not familiar with that, check out my Galactic Supremacy video. I'll put a link to that at the end of the video. Basically, I'm doing half-point builds for all the games and a giant battle royale as they're going to face off against each other. And so I'm putting together a build that's going to have to face Armada stuff, Imperial Assault stuff, and also Star Wars Destiny stuff. So it's not your standard meta of what you'd have to do to face a normal X-Wing list. So a lot of things aren't really going to matter, like pilot skill, because you don't have pilot skill in those other games. So, you know, a lot of times I started looking at generics, and then I also started thinking about, well, all right, what are some of the things we're going to face, right? If, for example, if we face Destiny, if we go up against Destiny, we're going to face lots of smaller hits. Like Destiny, like a big attack from Destiny will be like maybe 3 or 4 dice, all that have either 1 or 2 or 3 damage on them. So things that will work against multiple attacks, like Poe Dameron's ability, would be really nice here. You know, so things like that. I also started looking at, I'm also going to potentially face huge attacks, like from a Star Destroyer in Armada. So I needed things that could protect against an enormous attack. So I was looking at things like maybe Skirgs have a lot of hull, but I was looking at Tel Trevura, except I just don't want to go with, I think it's Tel Trevura for a little bit. No, that's not a Lancer. We're looking at a Jump Master, Tel. So if he were to get killed, it doesn't matter if you rolled, 20 damage. That's fine. He's just going to come right back with, with one, come back to life. So I was thinking about something like that, but I can only go up to 50 points. So I'm going to show you guys what I decided on. I decided on a Rebel build, primarily because, first off, one of the things that's going to be really helpful is the rookie pilot X-Wing with an astromech. It's one of the cheapest things that I could do here. It also has a moderate attack. And let me pull it up here. I could have gone with a Y-Wing, but I also do want a little bit better attack, right? Because Y-Wing actually would have been a little cheaper. But I went with the X-Wing because we get a little bit, I'll show you here. Goodness, X. All right. So with our X-Wing, we're going to put R4D6. So 1 point astromech. People have used it on Bigs a lot, but here it's going to work very, very well because I could potentially, face a 12 damage attack from a Star Destroyer, right? I'm going to give him integrated astromech also because it's free. No problem there. We're pretty cheap. We have respectable attack as well. We've got target and focus. Target lock and focus. We've got 3 attack. And we don't really need to put anything down for torpedoes at the moment. That's 22 points, not half bad. But I also wanted a ship that would survive well against the smaller ships. And this one's like a moderate, because this will do moderately well against lots of small attacks. Like if I get a whole bunch of 1s from Destiny, well, I'm rolling 2 evade each time, so I can potentially stop a whole bunch of 2 attacks. So that's good. That's one advantage it kind of has over the Y-Wing. Now, I went with an Ozatuk for the reinforce ability. It won't be hard. The way this contest is basically every game works by its own rules. So if the Kashyyyk defender, like if he, reinforces the front, and he's got that 360 or that 180 frontal arc, all he has to do is have the target in his frontal arc, and it's going to count as going through the reinforce. So I automatically get the 1 evade for every attack. So it's really going to hurt Destiny. It's going to, or just about anything. It can potentially really, it's great. It's great. Okay, so without explaining it too much more, we're going to go ahead and go with Wookiee Commandos because they are giving me a little bit of offense. So this way I can afford to take a reinforce each turn, and now I'm getting, at least a little bit of offense out of 3 attack dice. And we're going to go with a hull upgrade to bring us right up to 50 points. We got a little bit more hull there. 10 hull's pretty nice, especially for this. And since I'm blocking 1 automatically each turn, and then this guy who can potentially block a 20 damage attack if something like that were to happen, no problem. So I think this is kind of the well-rounded list here, and we're going to call this Galactic Supremacy X-Wing. And that's it, guys. So stay tuned. We're going to be seeing this in action. You can head over to my Discord, which I'll be linking in the description below. There are going to be channels in there. Once we do pick a date to do this live event. I'm going to have people in Discord and then 4 different channels: Team X-Wing, Team Armada, Team Destiny, and Team Imperial Assault. And, you know, it's going to be a live broadcast. I'm going to let you guys kind of pick what happens, and I'm just going to be the dude kind of moving the pieces and talking to you guys. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, don't take this too seriously. This is just for fun, but I think it'll be a really interesting thing. And if it goes well, we can add more games in next year. Legion is coming out. Who knows what'll also be out next year this time around. So it'll be very fun. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.